fancy logos. I love the logos. Oh my god, they're so cool looking. Look at that. How cool does that look? Fantastic. And this was supposed to be the match of the day, but I think last game took the cake.
I don't know. This match hasn't been played yet. So it could still be a very good match as well.
Now,
you never know.
It's actually
I'm not gonna leave.
Really funny. Look at the rosters right now. Does you see anything different?
What happened to the fire team?
What happened to the funk team? Ooh.
No, the funk team is still in there. Yeah? You got Triple J, you got Zolo.
They're missing their top
Adams,
laner.
now.
Where do you see their top laner?
They missed their top laner. That's true, but King's Entourage is also was a support. Now, if we look at... No, I guess Maniac... No, excuse me. The fire team is there.
Oh,
It's been a while. They got
Where happened to the top laner of Funk? Be very astute. Be very astute. I want you to look.
Did Funk go to fire?
Oxeer moved to Team Fire in the mid lane.
Oh, that's right. He was a top laner.
Yeah, buddy. So they had a little bit of a roster swap with their teams to see what melded better, and now this is what they have done. So they had like a trade.
About jumping a burning ship.
They traded players, so
or a sinking ship.
We'll have to see how this goes because we haven't seen Maniac too much yet, other than a sub game. We haven't seen much of Belberith. I don't think we've ever seen Belberith actually, or
no, Maniac's on there a bunch, isn't he? I remember Maniac. He
played the last game.
Been on there a bunch, but I'm just gonna say, talk about jumping the sinking ship as Oxeer. I'm not gonna say Funk's doing terribly.
Hey, it was a trade, man. What do you want?
They're certainly not top of the leaderboard.
Anyways, regardless, first pick Trundle. I love the pick. I think Trundle is a really strong laner, regardless of who you're up against. But CTF and Team Fire immediately respond with an Alistar and a Lulu, which is a really, really strong combo, especially for any kind of tower diving or just really insane team fight with that Lulu safety. So I love this first pickup from both of these teams here.
Yeah. Gonna be a very passive game, maybe. We'll see how it starts to shape up with the rest of these picks. But the Lulu Alistar are gonna be a strong, this anti-death force. Now we do see Lysandra though. And the Nihilist once again, if he ain't banned, he's getting picked.
Yeah, man, Nautilus is just too good to give up, honestly. You can't give up all that free CC. His anchor toss and his depth charge is just insane, not to mention the amount of base damage that he has, especially coupled out with his passive. He has hit a small nerf with the Riptide damage, but honestly, that doesn't matter all that much.
No, he's really just tanky and annoying. A Fizz, maybe?
I don't like the Fizz pickup here.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter because it happened.
Oh, alright. Hey, buddy.
Plus AP jungle. Wow, talk about magic damage. The magic is real on the Fire team.
Yeah. I wonder what their AD carry is going to be. It's going to be something insane.
Gotta be a heavy damage dealer.
Yeah.
There's attack damage dealer. If they really want to round that out, somebody like a Corki would not be the right pick.
Nope.
Now we'll see what Funk answers this with. These two teams scrim a bunch. So they may have an idea what the others' play styles are.
Yeah, Triple J and King's Entourage have first pick of this, though. So the Elise Hover and Lock-In, actually. I love that.
What?
Whoa!
What?
Wow!
What? Wait a second.
I'm
That is
holding my
a
breath.
Nautilus support and a Kindred ADC should have get.
Wait for it. Wait for it. No!
Tristana.
Good.
Gonna try to stay a little bit safer.
I was
The
worried
AP
for a
damage
second.
on both teams. AP damage on both teams is strong. Or the magic damage on both teams.
Okay.
is strong.
I love this pickup from Fireside. Sivir. There is no Braum on the side of Funk. So Sivir's bouncing blades are going to be tearing apart everyone on the enemy team. On top of that, she has a spell shield for Nautilus ultimate built into her kit. So this is an insanely smart pickup from Team Fire here with the Sivir. It's incredibly safe in lane because of that spell shield, and it will be able to tear apart that backline of Team Funk before they get there. Couple that with the safety of the Lulu and the engage of the Alistar Gragas. This could be a really, really great team from Team Fire that they've drafted here.
Yeah, it could be indeed, and they could be looking to go another win up on their sister team. If I remember correctly on the standings, Team Fire is Team Funk has 2 wins. Team Fire has 4 wins, if I remember correctly.
I think it's 2-... Team Funk is 2-6. And Team
Fire is
4-4, if I'm correct.
I was correct. All right. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Something like that.
That's good. So, if Funk can win this back, it could potentially scratch the hopes and dreams of their sister team from making it further along in our tournament.
Well, let's look at the bracket or the standings thus far. Right now, Requiem and Fire are pretty much tied. They're both 4-4. Fire and Requiem still need to play a potential replay match, but I don't know if that will necessarily happen. If they don't, it will be a 4-4 tie for 4th place. And we'll have to see how Requiem does tonight against the last place Hodors. I expect them to win. I think everyone expects them to win. So if Team Fire win this one, they're going to be still tied for 4th place with Requiem. So this could be a big make or break moment for Team Fire and Funk, because if Fire or Funk win this, then they get to move up and get anywhere miles away from the last 2 spots, which will be put into the promotion tournament.
Yeah, all right. So within striking distance potentially for Funk, and now Fire is going to get crazy for them at the edge of the bubble as it starts to heat up later on in the tournament. But now it's decision time. Decision time. Who wins? You decide.
I honestly... Well, I'm going to make the MooBot poll first. Let me make the MooBot poll, and then we'll do this, all right? Who do you think is going to win at home? Type !vote FNK win for Team Funk, or !vote FRE win for Team Fire, and we'll see what you all think who will win. But based on the teams and the team comp, I gotta say Fire. I think that the Nautilus and the Lysandra, everything about my fiber of my being, voting against a Nautilus, voting against an Elise, voting against a Lysandra, everything inside of me is saying, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But my heart's telling me Fire's got this game.
I would have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Both teams going to run the double TP, mirroring each other in summoner spells across the board. But I believe you are correct. Fire is just going to come out. Their lanes are stronger. Their team fight's stronger. Even though they're against that Nautilus, even though they're against that Trundle and that Lysandra, Fire just have it.
I think so, but we'll see as we load into the game. Fantastic time to play these 2 sister teams. So we'll see which one of these player trades worked in the team's favor, and see who is the better team of the Fire and Funk organization.
I think they'll still go to Fire. I think they've proved that time and time again. And Xir was already a strong top laner. It was a driving force for the Funk team. As we see, it wasn't even able to change his group up yet. He's going to go ahead and rock that Funk swag.
He's got the wrong tag on. That's amazing. That's actually really funny. He's probably getting his ass
a little bit
chewed out for
embarrassing.
that. Yeah.
little bit embarrassing.
Yeah. He's got to be getting chewed out for that one.
But he's running Winter Wonder Lulu, so you can't add for too long, even though it is now spring and almost summertime.
Yeah. Gonna get my bike out, man. Gonna have some nice fun in the sun. No,
Ooh,
walking on
a
sunshine.
beach party.
Yeah, man.
Walking on sunshine.
Party at my house.
Wow.
In May. May is a party at my house. You're all invited. Everyone in the stream is invited, except Peoples, because you're kind of a dick.
Oh,
But hey, you're welcome if you apologize.
Oh, man.
It's okay. I don't expect anyone to show up anyways, because I don't have any friends, so.
Yeah, that's pretty much true.
Uh-huh. I know. Oh, man. Savage.
Oh, man. On his own self. Burning.
It just
Burning,
hurts, man.
burning.
Just like I'm constantly just like boiling over here. I understand it's just a part of me and who I am, so.
Haha. As we find out, Lee's the type who cuts his wrists.
Oh my god, that's so bad. Oh, you can't say that, man. That's so.
I know. But seriously, though, we don't condone any form of suicide attempts unless you're drinking.
When did this turn into? No, we don't condone suicide at the North American Average. Like, what the hell, Brent? No, peoples, you're allowed to join us at a party with blackjack.
If you are gonna jump off, if you are gonna jump off a building, just do a flip. That way, you can at least go out in style.
Oh man, so good. We really don't condone. Don't do that. It's bad. Don't.
Double flip.
Anyways,
You got plenty of time.
Yeah.
You can make a couple rotations. Don't just be that
man.
guy that just falls straight. That
I don't
ain't
know.
cool.
We gotta see if Funk can make the rotations, man. It might be too difficult for him in this game. Oh my goodness.
So true.
Oh my god.
These teams, no level 1 action, no fun for either of them. Could have happened from the Funk team. They have the lineup for it, but they decided not to do it, and are just gonna all start their camps. Now we see Funk not taking the same advantage that Schnitz did last game, and are gonna go ahead and leave that camp up in the bot lane, so it will be an even fight down there. I'm not 100% sure if that made all that much of a difference in the bottom lane matchup for the last two teams, but it certainly did make some sort of impact.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this bot lane works for the side of Fire. We haven't seen them play together yet, so how strong or together they are as a unit could have a massive impact on how this lane plays out.
It is very true. We're going to point out all the great diving potential from the Team Fire. Everybody can go very deep on that team under a turret and effectively soak up and pick up the kills and get out safely. So we'll watch for that in the mid game, see what sort of crazy North American action we can get.
Yeah, I think that Fire can easily make a really feisty dive. Look at those boomerangs, my god. That's just silly. Let me just bounce around to everything in my immediate range.
Oh, talk about bounce. Maniac bounce right into a cocoon.
Uh-oh!
From his atoms, and he's gonna die good first. But he does turn around the kill. Top laner for top laner. Great pick. Oh, a great return kill.
Yep, that was still a kill over to the jungler, though. So that kill doesn't necessarily matter. CTF!
Oh, that kill might matter. No, he's gonna flash out. To overextend it. As Elise came down and Zolo had a great rotation. Gonna blow the flash out of the mid laner. And we got a lot already. And this is shaping up to be a great game.
Yeah, this could be insane. A lot of aggression from both teams thus far. So I'm excited to see how mid game turns out here because of the comp from Fire. They really want to force these dives. They want to force these fights, and we can see how effective they can be at doing it. But an early kill on Elise is something that you should be afraid of.
Well, that will be scary indeed. Now, we talked about the dive potential from Fire, but look at the dive potential also from Funk, and we just saw a top lane already. The Trundle going to be very tanky, and the Elise able to switch aggro as needed. Lysandra can get out quick. And now it's just going to be a tanky beast. So
yeah.
Both these teams.
But you got to remember, Trundle died the first attempt. So you got to wonder how good he is at this tower diving potential.
That is true. Maybe not playing that as effectively as they could have. But they still managed to pick up first blood, even though it was returned. Fizz is going to have the advantage. And the top lane, just due to the fact he picked up the kill and his opposing laner picked up the assist.
Yeah.
So we'll see what type of impact Maniac can make out of that.
That's not impact, that's Maniac.
Yeah,
No,
what type of impact Maniac can make.
It's not an impact. Oh, okay, you missed it. Right over your head.
Whew, it's
right
gone.
over there, it's gone. Way
That went
over.
soaring by.
Yeah, okay, fair.
It's
whatever.
still going. It's still soaring.
It's no, I think it crashed and burned, Brent. Actually, I don't think it's still gone. But
Oh, did it get shot down?
I think it got shot down.
Okay.
I think you shot it down.
Well, it looks like that went.
That went far left. Right over Brent's shoulder.
Yeah. Or I'm not gonna say it. That's okay. Looking at these teams. All right, we'll take a quick look at CS. Mid lane, little advantage starting to gather for Auxir over Zulu. Well, other than that, CS is even across the map, and now we see top lane some action as Maniac baited Trundle in. The Trundle pillar is only going to block himself as he goes down. The second blood for Fizz.
That was one of the most choreographed and obvious baits I've ever seen in my life, and Belberth still fell for it. I really am questioning his awareness in this game after that, because Fizz was on the wrong side of the lane and Belberth tried to still engage on him, so a little bit lack of awareness is going to cost him in the top lane now with 2 kills going over to this assassin Fizz.
They're going to cost him the death, is going to cost him the level advantage too. Now Maniac has level 6 and should be looking to use that. Should he rotate down mid or just keep the pressure up top lane? Now Adam is going to try pressure, but the Scuttle Crab is going to spot him out, and Maniac's going to have no trouble staying safe.
Yeah, and he's got 1,600 gold in his pocket right now from 2 kills. He's going to have money to buy whatever the hell he does want, and it looks like he wants Phage and boots.
Looking for the Triforce. Now we see the engage in bottom. CTF's looking for a second gank. As he does get in there, they do manage to CC up King's Entourage, but Nihilus just proves too tanky as Zolo comes in with the engage. Gonna go ahead and lock up CTF. It wasn't 6 to knock him back. Teleport comes in from Auxir, but no engagement possible. Wrath of Tobias not able to find an avenue in. So Funk is going to secure a kill plus a summoner spell advantage. I shouldn't say summoner spell advantage, as that teleport was answered. The Zolo teleport for the Auxir teleport.
Yeah, but that was a free kill over to Zolo, so this advantage that Auxir has been slowly building in the mid lane is now kind of moot point. Even though it is only HCS, that kill over to Zolo means he's going to have the gold lead. So he doesn't have his ultimate, but Lulu does still have her ultimate, so maybe Auxir can make something with it, but I don't see anything happening in the near future.
I don't see the Lulu ultimate being that big of a difference, that big of a playmaker. Especially when you compare it to like Gragas or a Fizz ultimate or a Lysandra ultimate. Yeah. But you never know. He may be able to outplay Zolo. Well, that remains to be seen.
We'll see how it goes, because Lulu will have a big impact in the mid game when these teams start to group up, rather than in the laning phase. So that's when she has all of her power, and her threat is in the mid game, when she has those shields for her teammates, when she has the ultimate. Going hard, though.
A little bit of action going top. This time, Maniac going in with no help. Dash out. Very low, a dash and a flash. Gonna take him to safety, but he's gonna have to leave that lane. And now Bilberith has free control of it.
Yeah, and he had all the advantage. Flash, headbutt.
Headbutt on the tank support bot lane. Sever no mana. Gonna try to spell shield. The ultimate doesn't get it as the bombs pop first, and Triple J picks up the kill and able to jump right out. He's trying to kite back and do damage. Both of them have health as the teleport from Bilberith comes in. The Gragas ultimate is gonna knock him aside, not giving him time for the Trundle pillar, but the anchor toss into the pillar is gonna mean the death of Tobias under his tower. Oh no, he actually gets out with his ultimate, a sliver of health. And the mid lane Zolo flashes in with the ultimate onto Auxir, but he didn't quite have the damage. Now the flash from Auxir picks up the kill. So a 3-for-3 kill score overall in this game as FNK try to take their first dragon.
That was so risky from the bot side of Fire.
Oh no, talk about
no
risk.
Way!
Triple J, what are you doing? He's got shields. Auxir takes a second kill for himself and now increases his team's kill total to 4 as FNK take the dragon. Maniac is going to be able to do a little bit of damage to that top tower, but unfortunately that's not a Lichbane Fizz, so he's not going to have too much pushing potential.
I really expected the chat, like, lag, you know, from Triple J there. That was some double lift shit right there.
It definitely wasn't very good, that's for sure. All I know is that was a big mistake. I could potentially give Fire just a huge, strong avenue to win this game with on the back of Auxir. Giving 2 kills on the Lulu early, it's going to be painful. Now, Zolo was, if we want to point out, Zolo was trying to build that Rod of Ages, and the fact that he didn't pick up a kill means he wasn't able to finish it. So that's going to set him a little bit behind as CTF comes in to look to apply more pressure mid lane and potentially top.
He might actually run into Adam here as he's going through his own jungle. Yeah, the ward there. They're going to meet awkwardly in the jungle.
They are going to meet. And there they go. The engage goes down. CTF gets the Scuttle Crab. Now Adam once going to go ahead and knock CTF down to half. Here comes Solo. Here comes Trundle. And CTF goes down. Buff transfer back over to Adam. And a good little pickup. CTF's not quite having a very good game today. And Adam's already 2 kills up. And now 10 CS up. They're going to go ahead and secure the second objective for his team, being the Rift Herald.
You know, before this game I was saying, CTF, you give junglers a good name. Go out there and dominate with your new team. Give us junglers something to be proud of. And now he's got 2 deaths and is 35 farm, and he's just not having the best game of his life.
Yeah, CTF said, give us junglers or give us death. And his Adam's like, why not both?
Yep, that seems like what's happening here, because Adam on the other side now has 2 kills for his team, which is kind of huge.
The Runix Echo's already complete for him, which means his damage spike right now is immense compared to the Gragas, who doesn't quite have it finished yet. Both of them do have Tracker's Knives. But we'll look to see is Adams, but just more pressure top lane could potentially shut down both CTF and Maniac, as CTF almost gets soloed out by Bilberith. The safe ultimate from Maniac is the only thing that kept him alive. And CTF is running for his life as Adam's trying to chase down the kill. Zolo's rotating up to help. Auxir gets sidetracked on a side mission called the Pink Ward. So that is going to give Funk an opportunity, a small window to go in under this tower. But so far they haven't pulled the trigger, which is going to make it a 3 for 3 as Gragas starts to heal back up thanks to his passive. And now Oxier walks right into Lissandra. Didn't expect him to be there. It's a 3-on-3. The Gragas barrel knocks Liz back, but the bleed damage is going to go ahead and drop Zolo. But the return kill by Trundle and Elise onto the rest of the Fire team up there means a 3-for-1 trade overall and potentially the top lane tower.
Wow, that was so close for Fire, but 3-for-1 is not what you want to be trading. I think Oxier meant to ultimate Maniac there so he wouldn't go down so quickly, because as soon as Maniac went down, that was most of their damage gone. So maybe a mispick by Oxier on the ultimate. Maybe it was just a awkward call where it was a 50-50 shot if you won, and honestly Trundle kind of won that for Funk. But now, 4 kills!
We had 2 deaths. He's got the assist, and that Sheen's actually doing a lot of work for him in these fights, just absolutely putting out a lot of damage. And now Funk take a 3,000, almost 4,000 gold lead? 3,000 gold lead on Fire.
Yeah, this is actually really strange for Team Fire, making these very unnecessary risky calls, especially so early in the game. And it's led to Funk getting about a 3.5 thousand gold lead. And Elise, the early game pressure jungler.
Increase here.
4
going in again. Look at that. Already starting to get pressure on the side of CTS jungle. Now he's caught between a Gromp and a Spider. But he is going to back out as Adams just saw in the opening mid lane. He's going to take it. Here comes Zolo already in the ultimate. Out of Oxier is going to keep him alive for a couple seconds longer. Long enough to get out under turret as Trundle rotates down. But the Sheen's going to already start doing damage. Here comes Elise. Not quite close enough. They did manage to burn the flash off of Oxier as CTF rotates over to try to help out.
That was so obvious. Oxier knew that Adam was in their right side or blue side jungle. CTF just chased them out. They knew that they were on that side, and he was still hovering that side of the map. So big misplay from Oxier cost him a summoner spell. But he did get out alive and spend the time of 3 members of Funk, so maybe worth?
It might be worth, but the goal lead really doesn't indicate so. As it is Adam is able to just go back bottom potentially. Looking for an avenue. This could be the second dragon. 14 Funk already at 17 minutes. Potentially should Adam want to start that.
Yeah, CTF actually pulled off the red buff so he can go straight to dragon here. He doesn't want to give it up to free. He started the red buff and just pulled right off of it, so very awkward.
Seems like Adam didn't favor his chances, even though they know Sivir had no mana and the bot lane of Fire was pushed up, so they couldn't rotate to help. Gragas was at red buff. That was an open window that Funk just completely missed.
Yeah, and they could easily take it now because they have all of the pressure they need in the top lane. And regardless of what you talk or say, Trundle is always going to have more effect than a Fizz will. Unless the Fizz can get, to the Tristana. But Tristana's a very slippery AD carry.
Oh! I don't even think it's going to matter as CTF just gets... Thanks to Runick's Echo Elise. So that's going to be a 2 for 3.
Whoa!
Now even a 2 for 4 if you want to count his dead body. Here comes Zolo in. Gonna go ahead and even out the odds. And they're gonna go ahead and chunk out Dim as Maniac teleports in, trying to do what he can. Bilbereth is a little bit late, but it just doesn't matter as he Elise damage. And the rest of his team to combo up is just too strong. That's an ace at 18 minutes for Funk. And Fire is nowhere to be seen in this game. The trades is definitely not working out. The substitutions going so far against Fire.
That was an incredibly sloppy fight from Fire. Getting Gragas chunked out so low early. He was trying to get out And yeah, the Nautilus ultimate was used on Gragas, but after Gragas was gone and the Lulu wasn't there, they still continued to fight. And the big ultimate from Lissandra kind of just said, you know what, no more damage for you, and ran away with the team fight. And now they're going to get 2 towers and right after an ace. So, massive swing.
Yeah, Enter turret goes down. Gold lead now at 8,000 for Funk. And we just look across the board, and CTF is more like WTF.
Oh, man.
What are you doing? Is he not building any tank? Building the Runix Echo seems to have bitten him. As he's 0-4 compared to a 4-0-5 counterpart on the Funk team.
Yeah, and Elise didn't even go down early. Elise could have gone down super early there, but that heal from Triple J actually saved Elise's life. And that made it just completely worthless for Fire, and they gave up all these gold, and every kind of advantage they had was lost at that moment.
I don't think Fire had any sort of advantage possible. They did have Maniac on an earlier TP than Bilberith, so it does show that the Team Fire communication and reaction is more on point than the Funk teams is. But at this point in the game, when you're 8,000 gold down, at 20 minutes, it really just doesn't matter at that point.
Yeah, honestly, the only real advantage they had was in the farm, in the top, and the mid lane, and even that was questionable at best. But giving those kills over to the solo laners and the jungler, 4 kills on a Lissandra is terrifying. 4 kills on an early game Elise is terrifying. If that cocoon hits you, you're pretty much dead. And a Trundle?
Not pretty much dead, you are dead.
Yeah, exactly. And then couple that with a Trundle who's just gonna run around and literally bite your face.
Yeah, and this is no Lord of the Rings shit either.
No, this
You
is
get
legit.
stabbed by that, you're going down, not just paralyzed.
Oh man, look at
Sam's
that.
gonna have to carry that ring the whole way.
Just
no
like
more
that.
Mr. Frodo.
No, Frodo is gonzo if he gets bit by that spider.
He's Gonerinos.
Yes, no more Frodo. Oh no, Maniac.
Maniac just having the troll pull out the whole time. He gets trying to pull it up. He may have to flash. He does, and he ultimates just to stay alive. Next time he shows up in lane, he will just die.
Yeah, he needs to play a lot smarter up in the top lane. He blue flash. Granted, Belberth blue flash as well for something he couldn't get, so misplay by them. But on the same token, he's got to be really smart against this Trundle, and now Tristana and Trundle are going to eat this tower alive.
Tristana, Trundle, and team gonna go ahead and take their second tier 2. Just up in the top lane now. The rest of the Fire team is gonna get caught out on rotation thanks to a Trundle in the jungle. Pillar is gonna force a flash out of Auxier, and Fire is looking for an avenue to get back in. They go in on Zolo, but the Nautilus CC and damage from the rest of the team is gonna turn that right back on top of them. As TTF falls first, followed quickly by Maniac. And now the flash is into the base. They're going under the turret. Dimp is all by himself, flashing over the wall. Trundle, Bilbereth not quite able to take him down. Team Fire may be able to turn this. As Nautilus is stuck, Sivir tries to solo out Triple J, but Triple J just had too much health, and now Zolo is in with the blue buff, becoming unstoppable as the minions push in. It should allow them to get close to this Lulu. There goes the Nautilus Anchor, going to go ahead and take it up. And that is going to be the ace. And potentially the inhibitor, as Maniac has 5 seconds. CTF just came back up. He is rushing out of the base. He doesn't have the ultimate, but he has flash, and he is going to use it. Body slam, going to go ahead and pick up Adam. As the inhibitor falls down, Maniac comes right over on top of it. The ultimate is going to go ahead and lock up Triple Dre. So they will return a few kills, but at what cost?
I mean, a 23-minute inhibitor is the cost, Brent, and that is a massive amount to be behind. Just to have that super minion pressure in the top lane, a side lane at that, Fire are going to have a bitch of a time getting into this game if there's any possible way for them to come back from this.
I don't know if there will be a possible way. The gold just slipped into 10,000 gold, double digits. No towers for Fire. Now, that does mean that there's still a lot of gold left on the map for the Fire team to take. Should they get a small win in one of these team fights, they could potentially snowball that into a big comeback. But they would have to find that win first.
Oh, man. Wave clear from Sivir is the only thing that they have to keep them safe, and even that's not going to matter too much because they're so far behind. This Fizz is not going to do much. That's
10,000 gold. You never want to see yourself that far down. Now somebody's going to have to stay top, and the wave clear is really not that much on Fizz, so Dimp is going to have to be the one to go take that, or CTF will. So we even see Maniac getting pushed back in the top lane. He's pretty much just stacking the super minions. Should he teleport out right now for the Funk team, who's going to go ahead and take up their third dragon and get a little bit extra movement speed?
Fire were wasting their time right there. There was no way they could even try and contest that dragon, and they knew that Funk was going to rotate bot immediately after, so they were just kind of awkwardly hovering in the jungle. They should have been, I don't know, pushing mid out at least a little harder with some safety of the wards that they have to see 5 members there. So a little bit of an awkward pathing from Team Fire, but still, at this point, little things like that really don't matter in comparison.
You
to
want
the
to talk
team.
awkward? The Maniac still keeps getting pushed back into his base. That lane was stopped up in the middle of the wave, but we'll get back to that later. As Zolo goes in, they're looking to finish the game out right here.
Oh, man.
Dimp is the first one to fall. Maniac is on his way over, but it just won't matter as CTF finds his 6th death of the game. Now here comes Maniac, just misses the ultimate as Tobias tries to peel, but Adam just doesn't care. He goes right around him. Gonna go ahead and lock up the Fizz. But the fish had a spider for dinner. They will end up returning the kill, but it does mean a 3-for-1 minus 3 turrets.
And an inhib. Oh, man. 2 inhibs at 26 minutes. That is a big deficit.
Deadly. Should be an easy free Baron and game for the Funk team. Fire still haven't found their first dragon or their first turret, as they are now 12,000 gold down.
I don't see a world where Fire can come back from. I didn't see a world where they could come back from this after the first inhibitor went down. After that first team fight, I don't see how they came back from it. But this is nearly irrecoverable, if 100% irrecoverable. This is where Fire needs to sit. Okay, where did we go wrong?
Does this end Fire's chances to get in the tournament later this season?
It's going to put them on a very back foot, because if they lose this game, Requiem wins the next game. That means they're 2 games behind Requiem.
And who do they play next? Who did they play on Tuesday? We'll get back to that in a second as Tobias becomes for this Fire team. They're going to go ahead and pick him up. Too late. CTF is having a super off game. Someone needs to ask him if he's drunk or not. Now, Maniac's coming in. Going to go ahead and get rooted down. The amount of speed is just deadly from the Fire team. 3 kills and no return kills right now for Funk. So they should have an easy avenue to this Baron. The only members low are the mid laner, Zolo, but that really won't matter for the subjective take.
Yeah, this is a free Baron, and probably the game as soon as they get their last final items, and then push in a wave of super minions with that Baron up. Empowerment.
No probably about it. No probably at all. It's pretty much 100% decided. The Fire team can't clear any of these waves.
Yeah, all of their
just can't
clear is on Dimp, and Dimp doesn't have the damage to clear super minions, let alone Baroned up minions.
Well, the inhibitor top lane did come up, so a little bit of room to breathe, but the mid lane inhibitor is going to go down in response to the top coming up. Oh no, they do manage to push it off. Funk going to respect the damage threat that Fire does still bring.
What?
But for how long?
They were waiting for the next wave. Yeah, and there's nothing Fire can do here. Nice spell shield,
flash. Yeah, gonna mean a double lockup though to the Toronto Pillar and the Nihilus ultimate, and it's gonna be the death of Dimp through the Lulu ultimate. And that will mean the game, as Dimp was the only one alive who could wave clear for the Fire team, which means Fire stands no chance against Funk, and they're going to go ahead and wrap up the rest of these kills. Or at least try to send them back under Fountain as the Nexus goes down, and Funk, 19,000 gold at 29 minutes. Just blew out their sister team.
Wow. That's nuts. That's a massive amount to be down, and everyone, I feel like, got that one wrong. I'm going to actually look at the votes right here and see who voted for who, but it was 100%.
I think we found out.